The pitch, a bone of contention and a subject of much debate. There has been quite a bit of rain in the past couple of hours, so it'll be slippy. Be interesting to see how much it cuts up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please now stand and respect the national anthem.
The first anthem will be that of the visitors, Slovakia. The rain, as if switched on by a tap, bouncing off the bald pate of the Slovakian captain, Robert Vitek. And now, England disrobing to reveal their 40th different kit since the 1966 World Cup. You'll form your own views. Many of the badges and numbers have been removed. It is definitely a retro look. Will just freshen the pitch up a little further. This new rain, quite a deluge it's been. Well, England have had a windswept week on the training pitch, but a consistent one in terms of approach and personnel. With one exception, this is the team that Fabio Capello wanted to field. However, he lost Rio Ferdinand to a groin problem yesterday, and he is a doubt for Wednesday's game with Ukraine. Matthew Upson deputises. Aaron Lennon makes his first appearance in 2 years, a reward for his recent purple match, coupled with injuries to Walcott and now Wright Phillips. Steven Gerrard again employed from the left. John Terry wins his 50th cap.
Well, it's a typical 4-4-2. Gerrard probably got more licence than Lennon. Lennon will play really wide, get at the fullback, that's what I'm looking for. And can Gerrard come in, link with Rooney and Heskey, and hopefully get some goals?
Slovakia usually play with a holding midfielder. Today they go with two, as record appearance holder Miroslav Kahan returns for his 89th cap, a sign perhaps of limited ambition. They're short of defenders, so Josef Valakovic comes in from the cold after being ignored for 2.5 years. He partners Liverpool's Martin Skrtel. Further forward, Jan Kozak had a brief spell at West Brom. 21-year-old Marek Hamšík is on many a summer shopping list.
Well, I totally agree. Hamšík is somebody everybody's looking at. Talented player, eye for a goal as well. And Karan, will he be picking up Wayne Rooney when he drops into that little space behind the midfield? And watch out for Skrtel, who knows Gerrard inside out.
Plenty of subs. No Ferdinand or Wright Phillips on the bench, so 10 England substitutes, of whom 6 can, and I'm told will come on. 12 in reserve for Slovakia. Not exactly household names. Their strength is not depth. Unwelcome distractions for England's captain yesterday, but a welcome landmark today as John Terry earns his 50th cap. And that is one more than Wayne Rooney, described as a crazy man by Capello only partly in jest. Aaron Lennon's chance comes at last, his 10th cap, arriving 2 years after his 9th. David Beckham's landmark will have to wait. He may still surpass Bobby Moore in the second half, and if he does so, he'll be watched by his family. Wife Victoria, sons Romeo, Brooklyn and Cruz, all in attendance inside Wembley this late spring afternoon. So now we're ready. After the pre-match pomp and ceremony, England, having played one half of the former Czechoslovakia in their last friendly here, now face the other, smaller, less well-known portion. Wembley yet to see the best of Capello's England. And the difference in their apparel clearly visible. They have actually got special FIFA dispensation to play without numbers on their shorts or the front of their shirts today. So keen were the designers to make it as simple as possible. Anyway, enough of the kit. We're here for the football.
Well, I'm looking... England are better when they play high tempo as well, John. People forget that. It's all right about systems, but, you know, they're used to playing high tempo, English players, and when they try and play too slow, I think we struggle. We've got to play high tempo.
Well, here's Lennon, who can play high tempo. Lennon setting up a chance for Heskey, didn't quite reach him. Valakovic sorted that.
And that'll give Aaron Lennon a lot of confidence. Got the byline, and that was a good ball to the near post.
This is Setanta. Plays his football like several others in Germany with Bochum. Lennon making early inroads for England. Keen to make a positive impression. It's a real chance for him with Wright Phillips nursing an ankle problem. Theo Walcott out rather longer term.
You can see already, John, how Slovakia want to play. Nice little triangles, technically very good. Very much the same, let's be honest. Technically, the way they set up, like Czech Republic. Maybe not as good.
The Czech Republic led here twice. England relied on a late stoppage time equaliser from Joe Cole to salvage some pride. Here comes Ashley Cole. And he'll wait for the corner.
Good tempo from England from the off there. Ashley Cole really going down that left wing, which is good because Gerrard, we know, is going to tuck inside and he's creating a lot of space.
Lampard. Barry failed to get the flick on. Ashley Cole. Barry looked at the space and the time, three waiting. It comes for Rooney and it hit Marek Cech of West Brom. Rooney again. This time trying to feed Gerrard, who did well to get to that.
Tell you what, that was very good play. Great run by Gerrard. Lovely weighted ball by Rooney, just slightly overhit it. But to them two, when they get together, two talented footballers. And here we go back. Barry picks it out. For me, Heskey's got to go and attack it. He's not really gone with any conviction. It's felt to ruin. It's a good block, and it's faded away. This is a lovely weighted ball by Wayne Rooney. Great idea, great run by Gerrard. Just slightly overhit it.
By Vitek. Should explain at the very outset that Slovakia are friendly opponents. They've won one of their last 11 non-competitive games. They are a friendly version of a gimme.
Well, they are. They'll be thinking Wednesday. I think they've got their big rivals, the Czech Republic, to play, which is a very, very important qualifier for them.
So they play the Czech Republic in Prague on Wednesday night, which is the biggest game they could possibly have. Not just for sporting reasons, but for plenty of historical ones too. Skirtle, Hamsik. Liverpool's defender. Back to Ankara Spor's goalkeeper. Slovakian players from far and wide across Europe.
Very important though, England capitalise. You know, we always start well, England always start well, they really chase close, and these teams don't like it, there's no doubt, but you can see that, they don't like to be pressurised high up the field, but it's how long England can maintain it, normally 30 minutes.
It's a good hearty noise around Wembley. Deeds of daring do under Capello have largely come a long way away. Zagreb and Minsk, prime among the performances that have really struck a chord with the English football public. Here's Lennon. Gerrard's attempt to feed Lampard. Rooney. Ashley Cole. Another corner.
That's a good start. England's playing very, very well. I think he's just caught it in the face there from Ashley Cole's cross, but so far, the way they moved the ball in, and they're using the width very, very well. He caught that right in the face.
Pekarik has caught one right on the pecker. Wind blowing inside Wembley Stadium, which England won't welcome because they've been at Arsenal's training ground and have virtually been blown off it this week. It's not quite so bad at pitch level as it is up in the stands. You can see from that corner flag that it is gusting. They've not attended to Steven Gerrard. Why would they so deep? In towards Terry, and predictably up goes the flag.
Well, it's worth looking at. Maybe Frank Lampard put a little bit too much hate on the corner to Steven Gerrard. There he is. It took a long time. It's very easy then for Slovakia to get to the 18-yard line very quickly and take your pick from 4 who's offside. Very, very easy. Well, good defensive play.
You can see it matters to Capello. Every moment he has with his players he regards as so valuable, even if it's only looking into their eyes, trying to assess what makes them tick. It's Gareth Barry for England. Pekarik had gone off wandering, so Gerrard is able to feed Rooney. Steven Gerrard again, and Heskey! Well, there was a horrible tangle at the near post. The legs of both defender and striker trying to make contact with the ball, and it dribbled past the goalkeeper, and England have the early lead that they so wanted to set the tone.
Well, I think he says Gareth Barry played it out to Gerrard. Still played everybody on, and Wayne Rooney linking up yet again. Great take by Gerrard. Left foot, give Heskey credit, he got in front of Skill, got his left foot there, it's gone in off the post, he'll not be bothered about that. It's a lovely build-up, great vision, great take by Gerrard, simple ball, and he's got in front of Skill's ball watching, and that's in off the post. England started very, very well.
Wasn't the most elegant of ways to score, but when you've not scored for England for 6 years, you take them any which way they come.
I give him credit, John. He anticipated the cross, he gambled going near post, Skill was ball watching, and he got ahead of him and put it in.
Well, the mood was upbeat anyway.
And I've got to say, Heskey just ran across the bench there and told Peter Crouch to warm up. So I wonder if he's got a slight twinge on his ankle or his hamstring.
Well, it's Achilles, isn't it? That's the problem. It was Achilles that was the difficulty in Spain when he played and then couldn't play for Aston Villa afterwards, and Martin O'Neill was very upset. But his first goal since 2003 in Durban against South Africa, and his first goal for England at Wembley after all these years of trying. His only previous goal at the National Stadium in its old incarnation was in the League Cup final for Leicester 12 years ago. Lampard. And England are finding gaps in this Slovak defence all too easily. Rooney, Heskey! Too much to ask. No goals in 6 years, not 2 in 2 minutes.
No, you're asking a lot. That's got nothing to do with his Achilles, neither of that. It's wonderful football. That is a great ball by Frank Lampard. Rooney, he now wants to check onto his right. He picks him out. Oh, he's just got to hit the target. It's what, he's 2 yards. He's under the bar nearly. The goalkeeper's in no man's land. Just hit the target.
I think he's probably forgiven, but Rooney is finding space at will. There's no one anywhere near him.
And it's all down the left. You know, Gerrard's tucked in very narrow. Ashley Cole's overlapped well. Rooney's pulling out there. I'd like to see them get Lennon into the game a little bit more on this right-hand side.
Barry. Lampard. Rooney. Inside check, here's Aaron Lennon. Nearly fell for Gerrard, almost for Cole. England could have a field day here.
Give England credit. I was just going to say, well, Slovakia, they started yet, they haven't turned up. They're in cruise control. England, the movement is absolutely fantastic. That's all about Aaron Lennon. That's the thing what he's got to learn, pick people out.
Frank Lampard. And Barry went for it, there was a foul. Goalkeeper went sprawling. And the hard taskmaster still looking grim, but feeling, I would have thought, quite encouraged by what he's seeing.
Oh, he's got to be. Absolutely, movement's tremendous. Rooney, Gerrard heavily involved. Ashley Cole's going down well that left-hand side, because the right-sided player for Slovakia is getting dragged in with Gerrard. The right winger doesn't want to run back with Ashley Cole. So there's acres down that side, but as I said, let them switch the play a bit more and get Lennon involved.
It's not going well for Slovakia, Vladimir Weiss, because Northern Ireland 1, Poland 0 is in their World Cup qualification group. Warren Feeney, the scorer at Windsor Park. And if Northern Ireland win, they will depose Slovakia from the leadership of that qualification section. Slovakia go to Belfast in September.
Well, they may turn up for that game. They haven't turned up here.
Well, they did turn up for training last night, Chris, but although they had their kit with them, they seemed more bothered by their cameras.
Well, I mean, it's a strange... I don't think, looking at England wanted the game. Capello's obviously put a strong side out. He really means business. I don't think Slovakia do. I don't think they wanted this game.
David James. Ben Johnson turning away from Šestak.
Definitely on Lennon. Johnson's trying to get him into it. His movement's excellent, Aaron Lennon. He's coming short, he's got terrific pace. He's exploiting it. The ball was just slightly overhit there by Johnson.
And he's up against West Bromwich Albion's reserve left-back. It's not looking like a particularly fair contest right now. Marek Cech only gets in the West Brom team when Paul Robinson can't play. Handshake. Skirtle. Svitek's attempted layoff. Gerrard. Barry. And there's movement down on the England bench involving Carlton Cole. Makes you wonder about Heskey's state of well-being. This is Emil Heskey. Free kick.
Well, he never lets England down, Heskey, with his work rate and his commitment, doesn't he? And it's nice to see him get a goal. He deserves it with all the work he puts in. There's a little shimmy there, doesn't he? Down the side. Yeah, it is a foul. Trod on his Achilles. That's the one thing he didn't want trod on, I suppose. But I don't know how long he's going to play. Maybe after the set piece.
Well, he's enjoying playing against these defenders. It's a case of Emil and the defectives. Lampard. Overclubbed in what does, after all, look like golfing gear.
It is, I've got to say. It's nice, it's a very nice kit. Very impressed with it, but that was overhit by Lampard. Yet Carlton Cole will come on. So Martin O'Neill will be pleased that Heskey's getting taken off early with an injury.
Well, it's a cameo, and it's a cameo that has counted. A goal after 7 minutes, his first for 6 years. And 7 minutes later, his job is done because of injury.
Well, Carlton Cole having a terrific season for West Ham. And it's a good game to come on to. England are playing well. There's definitely there's going to be opportunities for Carlton Cole, because this Slovakian team, very, very poor all over the park, I mean, just defensively.
So Carlton Cole comes on for only his second cap. He played the last 15 minutes in Seville. It's a player that's really caught the eye of Capello. He's always touted for big things. He's first spotted really by Claudio Ranieri and brought through at Chelsea. Ranieri called him my version of Mike Tyson, which I suppose is a rather mixed compliment. Rooney. All very encouraging for England, albeit against what so far has been very poor opposition. Lennon. Vitek to Šestak. Šestak is caught by Frank Lampard.
Yes, it was a little bit late by Frank Lampard. Well, England are really up for it. He has a challenge three-way shirt and it's very late. I think that was a qualifying game, John. That could have been a yellow to Frank Lampard. He was very late, but they took it and they're playing on.
Striking up a chorus. Getting a response too. This is Kozak, briefly of West Bromwich Albion. Vitek of Lille in France. Good blocking challenge by Ashley Cole. It is a corner.
Well, it's a little bit better, isn't it? Vitek just getting in that hole behind the midfield players, picks it up well. Šestak just gets the ball in. Good covering. Ashley Cole does very well on the recovery to get it to... But it's the first real positive attack Slovakia's had.
So we take it that Slovakia's alarm clock has finally gone off.
What was it? 17 minutes nearly.
They're late for work. Kozak. Malakovic beaten in the air. Marek Čech. Hamšík. And however moribund their performance, I promise you there are some decent players out there wearing blue. Maybe this man prime among them, Marek Hamšík. 12 goals for Napoli in Serie A this season from midfield. Kozak. Hamšík. Karhan made his debut all the way back in 1995, Miroslav Karhan. Vitek. And here's Lennon showing the defensive side to his game. Will appeal to the coach.
He started very well, Aaron Lennon, working very hard, got the byline 2 or 3 occasions, decent crosses in as well.
Early medical bulletin from the England staff. Heskey is hamstrung. Won't go down well at Villa Park. Gerrard. Here, goal kick. He's a man that all the players have to respect. They have no option, otherwise they're not part of the squad. He has a certain presence that transmits itself from the touchline. Hamšík. Zabavnik. Beckerik, just signed for Wolfsburg in Germany.
I think England can play as high as they want, because this team, Slovakia, technically very good. You can see they like to play everything to feet. They've got nobody who wants to run in behind, so England can squeeze the play a lot more than what they are. They're playing far too deep.
Kahan. Gradually finding their feet. This is Setanta with a chance.
And that's just simply they're playing far too deep. They've got to go and press the ball higher up the field, because they don't really run in behind. It's a nice run up the full-back, decent delivery. Yep, half chance at the most, but England's given them a little bit too much space now. They've started very well, they've pressed them back, now they're dropping off. And when you're playing good football teams who like to pass it around, you can't give them the space.
Capello is standing in the technical area, and when he stands, it's not usually good news for the players. And now Vladimir Weiss is coming to join him. In the middle of three distinguished footballing generations. His father was a Czech international. His son, Vladimir Jr., was a scorer in last season's FA Youth Cup final victory for Manchester City. He's been on the bench for the first team a couple of times this season. Yet to appear.
I'd like to say, mate, I think England's put a lot of effort in. They're looking for that second win now. You know, they've dropped off. There's a bit more space. They're picking the second balls up more now, Slovakia.
Kozak. Gareth Barry tracking back.
Hey, John, I would love to see now, you know, push Lennon further on, push Rooney slightly left, get Gerrard in with Barry and Lampard behind Cole. Just see what happens for 15, 20 minutes, still going up half-time.
Skirtler's got himself into trouble with Rooney. Goalkeeper Seniecki had to dash out, save the Liverpool man's blushes.
Well, they take risks the way they play. It's all feet, little triangles, so at times you will lose possession.
Ben Johnson. Just eluded Carlton Cole. Ashley Cole. Valakovic. Sheshtak.
Right, you can see the Slovakian manager standing there, arms folded in the technical area. I suppose the last 4 or 5 minutes he'll be delighted the way they passed it. But the opening, what, 15, 16 minutes, well, they were dreadful.
Lampard. Gerrard. Johnson. And Johnson trips by Czech. Maybe adjacent to the penalty area.
Just outside. Tell you, people don't talk about Glenn Johnson. He seems to have got his position now, cemented it, doesn't he, at right back. He's great going forward. That was excellent. Straight through the gap. Look at that. Clear forward, just outside the box. Another yard. It would have been a penalty.
So Barry, Carlton Cole, John Terry, Matthew Upson. Rooney on the edge of the box. Uncertainty over the positioning of a two-man wall. They look all over the place, the Slovaks trying to defend this. So can Lampard unlock them once again? The circumstances are poor delivery.
Well, that's two he's just done.
Here's Rooney. And Gareth Barry coming in, plucked out of the skies by Seniecki.
Seniecki slipped there on the cross. I thought it was going to drop in the top corner. That's two Frank Lampard's overhit. Rooney does ever so well to keep it in. Too much flight on the cross, too high, simple for the goalkeeper.
England leading through Emil Heskey's goal. Not much more than 7 minutes into this friendly international. A game nonetheless by which Capello is setting great store as he ponders his team to face Ukraine on Wednesday. Heskey, who has since departed to a hamstring injury, to be replaced by Carlton Cole. Kozak. Ashley Cole to David James, who's the only player to have started all 12 games under Capello now. I thought that Ben Foster might get a chance, and so the suggestion is that we may see the Manchester United keeper in the second half at some stage. Kozak. Hamšík. John Terry. And now Vlahovic pulling up a little lame.
I think he's just got to try and get them. They're not marking. The back four's dropping off slightly. The midfield, not Barry. Okay, Lampard's marking, but Barry's not picking off or even blocking the ball. Stop the ball going through the gap to the guy who's dropping off the centre halves. Block the lane off so he can't get it.
Well, more international football on Setanta next Tuesday with live coverage of Stuart Pearce's England under-21s against their French counterparts at Nottingham Forest. Then a week today, it's back to the Barclays Premier League and a visit to Craven Cottage. Can Fulham do to Liverpool what they did last week to Manchester United? If Liverpool win that game, they go top. Check. Lampard, Gerrard. Zabavnik. Hamšík. Came inadvertently off the referee.
He looks a nice player, Hamšík, doesn't he? Technically very good.
Chelsea had a good look at him last summer, but were put off by an asking price of £15 million set by his Italian club, Napoli. Played against Beckham in Serie A at the weekend, 0-0 draw. Barry. Rooney with that entire flank to himself.
Well, he's done that quite well, Wayne Rooney. He's not afraid to go out and pull on that left-hand side when Gerrard drifts inside, and he's had quite a bit of space, hasn't he? So that's working quite well. But as I said earlier, I'd like to see Rooney left, Lennon pushed higher up on the right, and let Gerrard start floating around Carlton Cole.
Settled down now after the early flurry. Fortunately for England, it was a flurry that brought a goal.
Should have been two.
He missed a header from 3 or 4 yards out. Ben Johnson. Lennon. Lampard. Exactly orthodox, but effective.
Well, kept it out of the net, that's what you can say. But Lennon again driving to the byline. Wasn't the best of crosses, but he does like to get that byline. Bit of a scuff on the cross. Good effort by Lampard, wasn't it?
Well, his free kick was disappointing. So was his last cross. So change of corner taker. Carlton Cole trying to turn. Glenn Johnson. Barry into the wide open untended spaces. Steven Gerrard. Back heel is for Lennon.
I think Aaron Lennon would have caught that, would have been on the right side. He hesitated, was his left foot. He didn't fancy it at all, did he? Cross him with his left foot. Just prefer his right. Lovely ball by Gareth Barry. What a pass out to Gerrard. And he thought Gerrard was going to cross it as he's coming inside. Yep, it's the right thing to do. And if Aaron Lennon, I think, was on the right, he would have got that. He hesitated and he let it run out of play.
Lennon shaping up reasonably well, though. First cap for 2 years. Still wearing his anthem jacket, as we have to call it.
Who makes these things up?
People who are commercially minded, Christopher.
Well, I'm sorry, it's sad.
Kozak. He's giving Upson a run for his money. Known for his pace, Kozak. On the corner, though.
Just the odd occasion, Slovakia string of 2 or 3 passes together, and they do look threatening. But what, we've seen 2 corners, maybe 3 corners.
This one is taken short. So short and so early. There's Karhan. I'm going to say that Slovakia hadn't got many men forward, but they found one of the men that had got forward in Miroslav Karhan.
Well, it wasn't the right cross from Czech, has he? He's not crossed it properly. And you've got to say, who's marking him on the edge of the box? It's a good save by James.
It's all become a little lackadaisical. Let's change his ball.
You don't get many scoring opportunities, and that is a waste. Straight, he didn't even have to jump and catch it. It's straight into his chest.
Drifted out of play. It's an England throw. It's only the 5th game that Capello has had at Wembley. Barry. This time it's cut out by Shestak. Karhan. Vitek. Kozak. Check. Slovakia managed to keep the ball for a while here. Very comfortable in possession. Zabavnik. Shestak. Vitek. Eventually it's Glenn Johnson that gets a touch for England, but not a very meaningful one. Shestak. And away by Upson.
Big problem, John. Big problem. When they've kept the ball well, but Lampard and Barry, they come out, they don't pick people up. People who drift in behind them, they're not getting a shout maybe from behind from Terry Upson, but it's an easy ball, and then players are getting in dangerous positions. They shouldn't be picking up behind Barry and Lampard.
Rooney. Gerrard. Skirtle sold himself against his Liverpool teammate. Carlton Cole. Lennon races with the goalkeeper, who's out of position. It's Rooney. Well wide.
Good idea. Good idea. Skirtle, what was he thinking about there? Gerrard gets behind him. Really, they should have made more of that. Wayne Rooney's tried to chip it to the far post into the top corner, but it didn't happen.
Fair to say, Chris, that Skirtle looks a better player with Jamie Carragher alongside him than his colleagues today.
Oh, most definitely.
Karhan. Peter Crouch, subject of some activity now, because the man who replaced the man who was injured, Cole, who came on for Heskey, he's injured now.
We're going to run out of strikers soon. But Peter Crouch, he's been injured all week as well.
Cole has now gone down, forcing the issue.
Bad news for West Ham fans as well, isn't it? So he looks in a lot of pain, I got to say. Normally players can, put their hand up and walk off, but he looks in agony. And Peter Crouch, who's been nursing his calf injury all week,
yes,
he's coming. It looks like he's going to come on. 3rd time lucky.
One hopes. Peter Crouch has been nursing this problem. He didn't train in the early part of the week. Did take a full part in the session. He's going to heed Smithy's advice, no doubt. Any of you that saw Comic Relief. But he looks in a fair old bit of discomfort as Gary Lewin guides him towards the touchline. And how disappointed must he be, because he's had to wait a long time for his chance.
Yes, and if he was doing okay, and if he'd played well for the rest of the game, he could have been playing against Ukraine. That's when he's done it. Obviously, there you can see. It's a shame. He's waited a long time to get this, and he didn't connect with the ball very well.
Poor old Carlton Cole. But one man's disappointment is another's opportunity. Although Peter Crouch doesn't tend to thrive as a substitute. 17 times he's come off the bench previously and scored twice. 12 goals in 14 starts for his country. Dropping like flies. At this rate, he'll be calling up Michael Owen. Maybe not. Crouch. Not the most auspicious of first touches.
He doesn't need to do that, does he? Just get a hold of it, make sure it goes to a white shirt, get yourself back in the box.
England 2 strikers down, 1 goal up. Lampard. Gerrard. Karhan. Hamšík. Vitek. Nice patterns from Slovakia. Vitek through the middle, and that's a dreadful ball by Karhan.
As I said, some of the football's lovely, one touch, the movement, the little triangles, the way they move the ball up the field. But final third, they don't seem to have any cutting edge.
Wayne Rooney. Johnson. Lennon. Terry forward. Crouch. Lampard did well. Here's Lennon. Crouch wants it. Feint from Lennon. And then Gerrard with the follow-up that's poured away.
That's what I'm on about Aaron Lennon before the game started. He's got terrific pace, he can go past players. Lampard does ever so well to win this challenge. Czech didn't really fancy it. And what was the defender thinking there? Going the wrong way, Skirtle again. And he should cross that to Crouch. I think that was an intention. A slight bubble, comes off the ankle. And a waste. Great opportunity.
Well, England leading by 1. It could have been 2, probably should have been 2. Could have been 3. Gerrard. Crouch going up, not that he needed to go particularly up by the time the ball reached him.
Be interesting, John, if Ukraine have got, obviously, which they will have, scouts here today watching the game, how England play.
Johnson came off Zabavnik. Barry, Lennon, Gerrard, offside Barry. And you know the strange thing, Chris, Ukraine arrived in the country last Wednesday. They're in a hotel in Hertfordshire, 10 miles up the road. They've not bothered to come to the game. The coach is here, no one else.
That must stop Setanta. Well, what they'll have to do is, if they're watching the game, which they will be, there's no doubt about that, you know they're going to have to match England physically in a high tempo. They've got to. If they start like Slovakia have, the game will be over in the first 15 minutes.
Terry. Carhan. Kozak. Barry keeping it in. It's created a platform for Rooney. And Gerrard offside.
Well, Gerrard made two angles for him. First one he wanted to feed, then he spun off. Rooney should have played it a little bit earlier. Good movement. Just straight offside. He should have played it now. He's hesitated, and it's close, but for me, he's just fraction off.
Flexibility surrounding the positions of Gerrard and Rooney, the way that Capello set them up today.
No, they've swapped positions quite well. They're intelligent, good footballers. They know the game well, and they've linked up excellent together.
Pekarik. Rooney. Kozak. Here's Vitek. And that is a scare for England.
Well, that Matthew Upson who let it cross him. You can't do that. Ash Cole plays it. You can't do that on the edge of the box. No matter if you don't get a shout, you can't let it cross you like that. You've got to be more aware of people around you. And that is a corner. It's a good save by David James.
Needed to be. Sheshtak. Pekarik. Kozak. Valachovic. Calmly back by Johnson. First serious action for the England goalkeeper. Certainly Slovakia have settled after a dreadful start. Lampard. Johnson. Crouch has got his arm up in the middle. Here's Lennon. It's Gerrard! And it needed to be held by the goalkeeper.
Well, there's definitely joy down this right-hand side when Johnson steps in and joins in with Lennon. How much space do they get? Look at this pass. Simple ball by Johnson. Who's near Lennon? Nobody. Gerrard, the way he's been playing, you'd fancy him to put that in the back of the net. It's a good save, but too much space.
6 goals in his last 3 games, Liverpool skipper.
I think he'd be quite happy. A couple of spells in the game where Slovakia have shown obviously what they've got. That's the concern for me, is the two midfield players late to get involved, and there's nobody wants to hold and protect the centre-half. So I think if you pull Gerrard in to make it 3 and say to Barry, just you anchor, you know, let Lampard go and join in as well. Say to Barry, you just sit in front of the back 4. And that'll cut that ball off when people drift into that little space we're on about, a little pocket off the two centre-halves. And that'll block that off and stop it. And Rooney doesn't mind playing left-hand side. He gets involved from there, push Lennon further up, and let Gerrard get near a crouch.
Slovakia have co-opted Stanislav Varga, formerly of Sunderland, onto their coaching staff. To act as a link between management and players. Currently without a club and on his way towards retirement as a player. Rooney, England looking for some gloss before half-time. It's Gerrard. Ran away from him. There's a big shout for handball, which is turned down.
Well, it's worth a shout, isn't it? It's a great position if it did get the free kick, just inside the D.
Again, good work by Lennon. Check, that's an awful header.
He's looked very uncertain all game. Never won any challenges. Every time Lennon picks it up, he starts backpedaling, giving him far too much space.
Can't be easy in this day and age being a Slovak footballer called Czech. It's not making it look easy playing the game tonight. Barry to the near post. Ball went beyond him. Steven Gerrard. Zabavnik, not once but twice. One additional minute.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be one added minute.
Gerrard. Rooney. England could double their lead here. Maybe not.
Wonderful vision by Gerrard, wasn't it? Coming inside, he knows where Rooney is all the time. They link up ever so well together. And it's a great pass. Comes inside, knows where Rooney is. Reverse pass. Great touch by Wayne Rooney. He always wants to come onto his right foot. Just couldn't control the shot. Too high.
Referee's looking at his watch. Do Slovakia a favour here by blowing the whistle. And there is half-time here at Wembley, where Capello turns on his heel and heads down the tunnel, largely pleased with what he's seen away from a potential second-half entrant to the family up in the stands. Aaron Lennon in possession of the number 7 shirt this evening, has performed in fits and starts. He's had his moments. The goal by which England lead, Emil Heskey's first for his country since 2003. The sadness for him, he was then injured, so was his replacement, Carlton Cole. So beanpole striker number 3, Peter Crouch, is on at the moment, and England have little left in reserve beyond that in that department. England confident, Slovakia compliant. England 1, Slovakia 0.
This weekend, live on Setanta Sports, 3 Scottish Premier League games. First up on Saturday night, Dundee United welcome Hibernian to Tannadice. Then Celtic host Hamilton as their chase for 4 in a row continues.
Nakamura!
And that's followed on Sunday night with a must-win game for Rangers as they travel to Falkirk. Scottish Premier League, this weekend, live on Setanta Sports.
Wembley's crowd still settling into their seats. Popular, patriotic, and now persevering. They've realised who's just arrived, and they rise to acclaim someone whose popularity will not wane. Beckham for Lennon is one of 3 changes by England at half-time. Ben Foster comes on to make only his 2nd appearance in place of David James. So it becomes a big evening for a man who excelled here in the Carling Cup final recently for Manchester United. And last but not least, Stuart Downing is on in place of Steven Gerrard. For the sake of completeness, I should also point out there are 2 Slovakian changes, Jędryšek and Hološko, for Marek Čech and the striker Robert Vitek. Just a shame that Beckham's moment was probably only seen by half the stadium, because many of them still at the refreshment kiosks getting their half-time tea and sandwiches and burgers. But still, as they take their seats, they'll realise that David Beckham is out there wearing 17, wearing cap number 109. Now duly honoured by his country for a record occasion. Only Peter Shilton lies ahead of him in terms of overall appearances for England. Here's Gareth Barry to Peter Crouch. Ben Johnson. Matthew Upson. Confirmation on your screen of the changes, 3 by England and 2 by Slovakia. Each side can make 6. England have now used 5, having lost Heskey and Carlton Cole to injury. And it's only fair, as someone that won 60-plus caps for England, Chris Waddle, that you have your say on David Beckham's landmark.
Well, it's a great achievement. He's been a very good professional. Always worked hard at his game. But so, you know, there's a lot of good players who've got a lot less caps than David Beckham. You know, talking about Bobby Moore was a great, and David Beckham to beat Bobby Moore, it's a great achievement. So you've got to give him a little bit of credit for that. But for me, there's been a lot of players with a lot less caps. But he's done it. Well done to him. But you'll see with England now, a more settled system. We don't have to worry about, is Gerrard going to play inside? Down will play left, Beckham will play right, Rooney will play off Crouch, 2 lads in midfield. This is a normal 4-4-2.
Do you feel more comfortable with this?
No, I enjoyed the first half. I like to see Gerrard on the ball. I think him and Rooney link up ever so well on the same wavelength, there's no doubt about that. And I think when you play a rigid 4-4-2, I think it's very easy to exploit the gaps. And I think England caused Slovakia a lot of problems with the movement of Gerrard and Rooney first half.
So this is the team that Capello is now fielding. Have a free kick. A foul by Oloshko. Johnson. England started really brightly in the first period. This blew Slovakia away. The only surprise was that they scored just the one. Downing. Sold Ashley Cole rather short. Terry. Stuart Downing, 23rd cap for him. Beckham. Another ungainly moment for him for his first real contribution, but it has brought a free kick. Guess who might take it?
Well, yeah, normally Frank Lampard, he's went and retrieved the ball and he's looked who's picked the ball up and he thought, well, I might as well get on the edge of the box, I'm not going to take it.
Just one thought, Chris, there is a moment of history in the offing for England collectively. They're 2 short of 500 goals at Wembley. What price Beckham to get it?
Well, there you go. He normally tries to rate the scripts, doesn't he? He takes every set piece, he's got a good chance.
So, first opportunity to make a mark for Beckham since his half-time arrival. So Crouch amongst others to aim for. Barry went up.
Great delivery. Lovely pace on it. Always coming away from the goalkeeper. Good height. You'd fancy people like Crouch and Barry was well in there as well.
He's performed amidst the harsh crucible of the San Siro for AC Milan and performed with distinction. 14 games. He says he feels fitter than he's done for years. The coaching staff at Milanello, the training complex, really helped to up his fitness levels.
It makes you wonder, John, why did he go to America?
130 million pounds, was it?
As if he needs it. You've got to look at that and think, was it because he thought his days with England were finished and he took the easy road? Now he's probably regretting it, if he was honest.
Well, he's with Milan to the end of the season. Here's Rooney. Downing. 4 in the box for England.
Stuart Downing definitely plays with Middlesbrough a lot more confidence he does for England. I mean, he played very well out in Germany when England won. You know, he's got great pace and a lovely delivery. He's just got to have that self-belief, really, more than anything.
suggestion that any of the players replaced by England at half-time were injured. Hamshik's break is broken up by Johnson. No further casualties will come as welcome relief, because England are now 2 strikers down. Heskey and Carlton-Cole injured. This is Rooney. Here comes Beckham. Block challenge by Zabavnik.
Great vision by Wayne Rooney, though, wasn't it? To spot Beckham. Not the quickest Beckham. If it had been Lennon, he was definitely in.
Lost out to Crouch. Beckham seeing plenty of the ball. Floated for Stuart Downing.
Well, decent diagonal ball by Beckham. Downing maybe could have took it down on his chest.
Slovakia have yet to qualify for a major tournament finals. They are well placed, starting the day top of Group 3 World Cup qualification, but on this form they may not stay there.
Well, I'm going to look at interest for the result against the Czech Republic on Wayne. I've definitely fancied the Czech Republic, put it that way.
They have had some of their potentially easier fixtures first. There's Rooney.
Worth an effort. He's looked very sharp, very bright today, Wayne Rooney. Just pulling off the 2 centre-halves into that little space behind the midfield. Not the best striker in the world, but he's looked very lively today, Wayne Rooney.
Steven Gerrard has changed already. Of course, the players are staying in camp for the Ukraine game. Gerrard will be fit. Confirmation within the stadium of today's attendance, which is 85,500. It's an impressive turnout. Downing. Lampard. Ashley Cole. Corner.
Well, there, Ashley Cole made a great overlap round Downing. I don't think he needed to go. Let Downing have the space. He's got, what, 18-yard lane to the by-lane to get there. Beckham jogs across with great applause to take this corner.
First visit to this side of the stadium today. Not his best. Downing. Hamshik. This is Holoshko of Besiktas. Picked up once more by Hamshik. Kojak. Sounds like Kojak, but clearly with a mane of hair like his isn't. Jędryszek. Kojak. Holoshko sorted out in the end by John Terry. Rooney. Downing to his left, Crouch through the middle. Middlesbrough's winger to deliver, disappointingly.
Well, you can hear the crowd's frustrations. He's got the ability, Stuart Downing, to put deliveries in. He's got a wonderful left foot. It is definitely confidence with him.
Barry. Well, Beckham made every effort. Kojak for Slovakia. And Setanta fended off by Upson.
It's a very slow pace second half, isn't it? It looks like both defences have dropped off 10-15 yards, and people can have the ball at will. Play is what you want. Very open game.
Upson. Terry. Lampard. It's picked off all too easily by Slovakia. Setanta. Now Rooney. Lampard through the middle. Zabavnik. Kozak. Holoshko. John Terry committed himself. Jędrzejczyk is free. Chance here for Slovakia. Relief for England that it's side netting from Eric Jędrzejczyk.
Jędrzejczyk really should be hitting it across the goal, but that's what happens when we play a rigid 4-4-2. Downing naturally likes to play wide. Beckham plays wide. Barry's gone on. Lampard's gone on. It's very easy to get at the back four of England. And that really is a good opportunity. Shoots across Foster. He's gone near post and it's wasted. Too much space, John, in the midfield. Far too much space.
Vladimir Weiss looking on and wondering if there is the punching power within his team to actually hurt England. A couple of moments, a couple of flying saves from James in the first half. Rooney. Lifted elegantly for Beckham. Johnson. Rooney, he still looks eager for work. And that industry brings a corner.
Yeah, he's been very, very good today, Wayne Rooney. That was a lovely floated pass out to David Beckham. Again, he doesn't admire it, he's off looking for the next ball.
So can Beckham locate an England colleague? Out as far as Lampard. Johnson. He can shoot from distance, he's shown that this season, but he scuffed that.
Not that time. Not his left foot will let him off. So he scored some wonder goals this season.
If you're a footballing matchmaker, then Slovakia are pretty much ideal if you're looking for opponents. Boxing equivalent would be a journeyman fighter capable of looking good without being able to land a proper punch. Ideal fodder for those hoping to climb the ladder to bigger and better things.
They're just so laid back the way they play, isn't it? It's at their pace. Yeah, and I'm sure there will be a lot of countries, you know, ranked higher than them. What are they in the world? Something like 53?
Yep.
You can see that, yeah, the nice tidy team, but it's been quite an easy game for England this so far.
Having said that, were England to slip up and concede, it would be a very different story because 1-0 doesn't reflect their dominance. It's by no means settled, this game. Terry. Slovakia putting pressure on themselves. Holoshko, Kozak. Lampard finding Rooney. Beckham. Goal kick.
That's the one thing David Beckham's never had as a trick. The fullback's done well, he's got at him quick. He's made Beckham try and cross. We know he's a wonderful crosser of the ball. You just, over the years, you just think, all that practicing he's done, you just thought, could you develop a trick to get yourself a bit of space and beat somebody?
opening to the first period was fairly frantic and pacey. The second half hasn't been. That's Marek Sapara. He's a combative midfield player from Rosenborg in Norway. And Slovakia will not be top of their World Cup qualification group tonight. Looks like Northern Ireland will be 3-1 up against Poland at Windsor Park. That becomes a final score. That's a very good win for Nigel Worthington's men.
That's a great win. Fantastic. Poland, a very dangerous team.
Mind you, they lost to Slovakia. They can't be that good. So Beckham to take. Here comes Upson. There was Crouch, and it's touched in by Terry, who's offside. It stays at 1-0.
Well, I think it was going in anyway. John Terry didn't need. I mean, he didn't know that. He probably thought the goalkeeper was going to get it. It's a good header. Crouch, he's offside, John Terry, yeah. Just let it go. I think it would have went in. But you can see him scoring. He's went for it. Fortree offside.
So Terry has pinched Crouch's goal. So if Terry hadn't lunged at it, I don't think the keeper would have got it, and it would have been allowed to stand. Hardly the captain's lead. Here's Sapara replacing Kojak. We'll have another little look at that just to see if the ball would actually have gone in unassisted.
Well, I think it would, the way it was looking. And the goalkeeper seemed wrong-footed. You know, it's a slight deflection. It was definitely going in. That was a definite goal. John Terry, he shouldn't have touched it.
You don't need to be a great lip reader to see the word sorry on the lips of the England skipper. Might be the hardest word. It was the only word he could use to Peter Crouch there. Crowd doing their bit to try and lift the tempo of the game. The spectators, Chris, have been very supportive of England today. There's been no hint of dissent at all.
No. 1-0. And I think they weren't impressed the way England started the first 15 minutes. So excellent.
Rooney. Crouch, who deserves a goal. Downing, lost track of the ball. Brought away by Skirtle. Shestak. Just have no incisive wit or power, Slovakia. Look nice in possession, but that's as far as it goes.
I can't believe they were top of the group before Ireland's win.
Well, they beat Northern Ireland in Bratislava. They lost in Slovenia. You would expect them to win in San Marino, which they did, albeit via a bit of a struggle. But then to come from behind to beat Poland, that was the big surprise. 2 goals in their last 6 minutes of play in that game. Calling for Leo Beenhakker's head in Poland, I would have thought. Expensive foreign import as a coach. Upson, back to Foster. Rooney, lovely use of the chest. Beckham, back to Rooney. He's got the taste all right, Wayne Rooney. He's floated it in for Peter Crouch, and Pekarik concedes the corner.
He did well. Crouch made a great little run, took the centre-half, Niall pulled on the back of him, and the full-back covered well. Wayne Rooney's, got to say, had a tremendous game today. There he goes, full of energy, lovely weighted ball. Full-back did very well.
Five up for England. Was Hamsik. Downing. Ben Johnson. Here comes Beckham. And Rooney. Oh, nearly fell to Beckham again. Instead, it's the captain, Terry. And still it stays at 1.
Well, it should be 4 or 5 for me. And as you say, at 1 or 2 was a threat. Great ball by Johnson. Beckham obviously called to Barry's, took it on his chest. played it in with his left foot. You fancy Wayne Rooney to score that. It comes back out to John Terry. It's a good effort. Half a yard past the post. Decent strike.
So looking at this as a dress rehearsal for Ukraine, obviously much higher class opposition. Are there any seeds of concern, the fact it is still only 1-0?
Just the midfield, I think. Just getting behind the midfield, you know, people like Shevchenko are playing, they'll come out and exploit that. You saw the day, or Ferdinand will probably be back, but Terry and Ferdinand, if he's playing, they don't want to come into that midfield and step in. And it's a problem because Lampard and Barry like to go forward. We needed somebody who's going to play there, who's a natural anchor man, i.e. Carrick, who likes to sit and protect the two centre-halves. That's the only concern I've saw today.
We'll desperately be hoping that Ferdinand is fit. It's a groin problem which may or may not be connected to the back injury that recurs from time to time with Rio Ferdinand. Not even fit enough to be on the bench. There's no point in risking him. It was something that cropped up during training yesterday. Better news of Sean Wright-Phillips, who we're told will be fit to face Ukraine, even though he's not involved today.
Well, I would think he'd be very surprised. He doesn't start with Lennon. I think he's done all right. His final ball at times. We always talk about that, but that's the way he plays, unfortunately. But he's always a threat.
Hamshik. Sheshtak. Horrible from Holoshko. Well, this the first of two back-to-back internationals on Setanta Sports today. Once we've finished here, it's off to Amsterdam for Scotland's World Cup qualification match against Holland. Although, if you prefer, you can stay with our post-game show by logging on to setanta.com. Plenty of post-match reaction. It's offside against Rooney. Lampard. This is Stuart Downing. It's not getting any better for the Middlesbrough man.
Well, he's got a massive confidence problem. You can see the crowd's reaction though. You know the ball's on its way to him, John. You can see them sort of saying, come on, do something. And he runs it out to play there. And that's just definitely lack of confidence. And the crowd have started to get on his back again.
Peter Crouch.
Worth an effort. It's dropped, set up nicely for him. That's a decent effort.
Seems a long time since the goal. Came after barely 7 minutes. And it was scored by Emil Heskey. First time in England colours at Wembley, and his first goal for the national team in 6 years. There may have been a little piece of Martin Skirtle that helped the ball into the net, but there's no way that Heskey won't be claiming it. Not when you've waited that long. Ashley Cole. Barry. All the way to Beckham. Stood up for Rooney! The scorer deserves his goal. The creator takes the acclaim.
Well, he will get a mention for that. That was good play, Lampard. Little triangle midfield. Wayne Rooney was heavily involved early on in the attack. And it's just come out, he's got in there. It's a great ball by David Beckham. It's a decent ball in. One touch, just digs it out. And there's Wayne Rooney. I've got to say, he thoroughly deserves that goal. He's been the best player on the park by far today. And it's a good header. top corner, goalkeeper, no chance. Lovely ball by Beckham. You've got to give Wayne Rooney a good early leap. And it's a great header. Fantastic goal. He deserves it.
And an example of why Beckham remains useful to the England cause, even in a cameo role.
I think that's right, John. I think if he can come on, he can deliver. You know, he's played a half today against better opposition, maybe last 20 minutes.
Well, Slovakia have made a change, but there's also an issue with Peter Crouch. Gary Lewin, the England physio, has been asking Crouch if he's okay. He's been rubbing his left hip. It couldn't be, could it, that Capello is about to lose a third striker?
Well, it was a collision with Skirtle, and he actually got the free kick against him, Crouch. The referee gave it to Skirtle, and I could see he wasn't happy about it, Crouch. And since then, as you say, he's been struggling with his hip, and Carrick's getting his tracksuit off. That's not tracksuit top anymore, is it?
It's confirmation that Yakubko has replaced Shestak. Here's where the injury happened.
Well, I thought it was a free kick to Crouch first. He's given it against him. Look, the foot up. Terrible challenge.
It wasn't clever by Skirtle. He raked his foot down Peter Crouch. And this now has serious implications for Wednesday night against Ukraine, if Peter Crouch really is struggling, because it doesn't look like there'll be a Heskey or a Carlton Cole. And the word from the bench, from those behind Capello, is that Michael Carrick is going to replace Peter Crouch in what will be England's final permitted change. To lose one is unfortunate, to lose two is careless, to lose three, well, it's worrying for a start.
Well, it is, and what he'll have to do is play 4-5-1, won't he? And Wayne Rooney, we talked about, can he play that striker's role right up top? We're going to get a chance to see.
He's going to have to call up a few players as well. Here's Rooney. Crouch fit enough to pick up possession. And tried to backheel Rooney in. Rooney collapses in a heap.
Oh, Rooney's starting to limp now.
Oh, don't.
No, he's not moving very well. He's been outstanding today, Wayne Rooney.
You still play Sunday morning football, don't you?
I've got a game tomorrow.
It might be a good warm-up for Wednesday night. Resources are going to be thinly stretched up front for England. Fans are having a ball. Peter Crouch isn't.
You know what the headlines are going to be for the next 3 or 4 days? Who will play up front? The bit of luck they've had, John, is it's not a qualifier. You know, and whatever happens now, it's 2-0 up, let's go, it should be 5. You know, the opposition are not very good.
But it does impact upon a qualifier. And they're telling Crouch to go straight to the dressing room and to start receiving treatment.
And I think with Crouch, it's actually a kick, isn't it? You know, it's not a muscle strain like Carlton Cole was or Heskey. You know, it is a kick. It's not a muscle strain.
This was a squad already deprived of forward-thinking players. Joe Cole, Theo Walcott, Jermaine Defoe. So Capello is going to have to look again at some of those scouting reports he's been compiling and see who else he can turn to, even if only to sit on the bench against Ukraine. Sapara. Jędryszek, Hamsik, it's Carrick, down goes Lampard.
I think he just needs the game to finish now in case he get any more injuries.
We can't make any more substitutions. This game surely is won. Although the scoreline says 2-0, it feels like 5-0.
Oh, you wouldn't mind playing these every week, put it that way.
Say early on in the first half they are a gimme when it comes to friendly internationals, Slovakia. They've shown why. Stuart Downing, he needs a boost to his confidence. Rooney, Beckham has pulled away, but he won't get to that. Wayne Rooney, by the way, is the first England international to score in 4 consecutive caps since Gary Lineker in 1986.
It's a great goal, great header, he's made it look easy. He's had a fantastic game today. In fact, they should take them off now and play with 10 to protect them for Wednesday.
Fair point. Downing. It's caught late by Sapra, right beneath the referee's nose. Must have been bad because it's a yellow card in a friendly for Marek Sapra. First of the game.
Well, I think he's got the yellow card because it was so deliberate. The ball had gone down and played it off, and he just took him down. And you can see Downing's just going to play it. One thing in his mind, very late. Referee got that spot on.
Johnson. Lampard. Turning into space. Nearly freeing Rooney. Downing. Rooney. Lampard. Beckham making the block. So, including stoppage time, maybe 15 minutes to play. And if England score again, it will be their 500th goal at Wembley. Given Beckham's sense of timing down the years, who knows? Another Slovakian change. Marek Mintal is coming on in place of the very promising Marek Hamšík. Mintal, who's well known, if not loved, by Welsh supporters. He scored 4 goals in 2 qualification matches against Wales in 2 games that summed up Slovakia's inconsistency in qualification for the last Euros. They went to Cardiff and won 5-1, played Wales 6 months later at home and lost 5-2.
I can't believe they scored 5 goals.
Vladimir Weiss wasn't the coach then, but the ragtag and bobtail bunch that he's put out today may not maintain their position challenging for a place in the next World Cup finals. Not on this form anyway. Mind you, patriotic fervour, national pride will come into it on Wednesday in Prague when they play the Czech Republic, from whom they were divorced in 1993. Downing. Barry. Slovakia provided many fine players for the former Czechoslovakia. Here's Carrick feeding his clubmate. It's Wayne Rooney, forced wide, forced to accept a corner.
He bit the offside trap, didn't he, very well. Unfortunately, the ball was a little bit too far. Thought about the shot. Just pushed it too far, didn't he? Maybe could have went back to Beckham, but he's got himself a corner out of it.
Beckham with the corner kick. Terry got closest to it from an English perspective. Gareth Barry. Terry, oh dear, he's been caught. And he's been caught by Marek Sapara, who was the player that was booked. And with Ferdinand struggling, the last thing they need is to see Terry limping.
Well, he is a bit late. I think he's just caught John. You cannot send him off. Yep.
Fortunately, Terry's moving reasonably okay at the moment. Here's Lampard. And Lampard scores England's 500th Wembley goal.
Well, very easy. Quick free kick, they're walking away. Interchanges, Lampard takes it well. Pushes it forward. Hits it across the goalkeeper, which he should do. Goes into the bottom corner. It's a quick free kick, just move the ball quick. A very easy goal. Couple of passes, a little bit of movement. And he's in, Frank Lampard. And it's a great shot across the goal. They've deserved it. 3. I still think it's flattering for Slovakia. Could have been 6 and should have been. It's a good strike by Lampard across the keeper. No chance, bottom corner.
And his first goal for his country as he looks skywards since scoring against Croatia here on that fateful night nearly 500 days ago. And in great contrast to the first England goal here, which was an own goal by the then Scotland goalkeeper Ted Taylor all the way back in 1924. Thankfully, there's only one more permitted substitution. It's being made by Slovakia. Karhan is coming off, and a player in the same mould, Zdeno Struba of Žilina, is going to play the last 9-10 minutes or so. This Slovakia side, a pale shadow of the standard of football that Slovaks have played for. Czechoslovakia, one of their most famous players there, to whom England should be grateful, Ladislav Kuna, now an analyst for Slovak television, who, playing for the Czechs, gave England the penalty by which Alan Clark saw off the Czechs at the 1970 World Cup in Guadalajara. Jędrzejczyk, goal kick. $85,500 people. And there'll be at least as many against Ukraine. The band will be back, so will the flags. And there seems to be a growing belief in this team under Fabio Capello. Forged in far-flung foreign places like Zagreb and against Belarus in Minsk. And now they've brought some good form to home turf to convince some of the supporters that don't travel that this is a meaningful revolution. Beckham. It's England's ball. Carrick, Rooney, Lampard. Skirtle forced his body between Lampard and ball. Well, he's not looked like the buccaneering, domineering Liverpool defender, Martin Skirtle.
Because he's playing for a good side at Liverpool. These are a poor side, Slovakia. I'd love to see the result on Wednesday night. I cannot see them get anything up the Czech Republic. That would be amazing if they do.
One of those, Chris, where you'd almost think of withholding their purse, really.
I look at them though, it's all one-paced, everything's to feet. Most teams you watch, you know, they've always got someone with a bit of pace and who can run and behind and mix it up. Every player's basically the same.
Struba. Barry. Jędrzejczyk. chance. There's a throw. Now, who would your man of the match be, Mr. Waddle?
Well, the camera's on the man now. He's been top drawer today, scored, heavily involved. Basically, him and Gerrard were great to watch first half, and he's just been a constant pest to them all day. He's been fantastic.
This Saturday proving much more successful than last Saturday for the Manchester United striker, who had a fight with authority and a fight with the corner flag, and today has channeled his aggression in the right direction. Here comes the announcement to the crowd, and they approve.
Oh, you've got to. Got to.
Applause for the man whose heart is always worn firmly on sleeve. So much so that Wayne Rooney is one of the few England players out there wearing sleeves.
It's nice, the new kit, though, I've got to say. It's nice. All the new boots on show, new football on show.
New England badge on show today as well.
There's a song called New England, wasn't there?
Apparently. Now Slovakia have got themselves something. They've not had much, but they've got a free kick. And he has been a spectator, Ben Foster.
Don't have a wall, just give them a chance to hit the target.
Well, the best suited player to take this departed 5 minutes ago, Marek Hamšík. So it's Marek Sapara over the ball instead. Unsophisticated and straight at a grateful goalkeeper.
He's had harder back passes, I think, Foster.
We're expecting 2 extra minutes at the end of this game. I nearly called it a contest, but for long periods it hasn't really been a contest.
No, I think first half, I think England first 15 minutes were excellent. I've enjoyed watching Rooney and Gerrard play first half. Second half, well, it's been nothing. It's just been England basically playing. It's like a practice match for them. And Slovakia very disappointing. I don't know what you learn. Probably learn off the system first half for Capello to see how Gerrard linked up with that left-sided role. So he's had a good look at that. But apart from that,
Beckham, Rooney offside. You can hear the groans of the crowd.
well, it would have been fitting, wouldn't it, on his record-breaking.
Yep, 109th cap, and what might have been, had he polished it off, his 18th goal, and had there not been an offside flag. Hasn't scored many from open play over the years for England, David Beckham. Jakubko. Corner. A chance for a goal, a chance to deprive England of a clean sheet. Something they haven't kept in their last 5 games. Sapara. Lampard got his head to it, then Barry his left boot. Considering how good the Czech Republic looked when they came here at the start of the season, they won't be quaking in their boots at the prospect of facing Slovakia.
I think I'll contact Slovakia and see if we'll give my Sunday team a game of friendly as well. I think we may beat them.
England free kick, holding. Matthew Upson to Ashley Cole. Just come through unscathed without being booed. Should be a relief to him and to the FA. Beckham. Skirtle. Terry. Ben Foster calmly to Johnson. Oloshko. Seniecki. Balakovic. It's going to become a welcome relief when they hear the whistle. Here's Rooney, could be four, it's four, justifiable for England. It's been a romp, a canter, and Wayne Rooney, their outstanding player, has garnished the display with a richly deserved second for him. Goal number 4 for England, and they will face Ukraine in good spirits.
Most definitely. Frank Lampard does well, didn't he? They nick the ball down here, they just pinch it off him, and he spots Rooney. To be honest, John, I think he's slightly offside. He's got away with it. Great first touch. Right foot first touch, left foot finish. Made it look so easy, Wayne Rooney. That's class finish, and he's been outstanding.
7 goals in his last 4 games. Pretty much the final act of this oh-so-friendly international. The whistle goes, the crowd rises, and England celebrate all they could have hoped for today, with one exception, the injuries. But 2 goals for Wayne Rooney. 1 apiece for Emile Heskey, who will claim it come what may, and also late on for Frank Lampard. But Heskey, one of 3 strikers stricken by injury during the course of a game that barely had a malicious tackle. Perhaps the only one was the one that caught Peter Crouch on the hip and puts him in doubt to face Ukraine. Hopefully he'll make it. Carlton Cole and Emile Heskey probably won't. David Beckham came on for his record-breaking 109th cap and created a goal, but there's the man who'll be busiest between now and Wednesday. We just got a glimpse of him, the England physiotherapist, Gary Lewin. David Beckham reciprocates the applause, ringing down from every corner of the new Wembley. They've enjoyed his performance and the team's performance, but the talk from now to Wednesday will be of pulls and twists and tears and scrapes and physios and recuperation. Mother waving too. 3 generations represented, 4 goals scored by England, and it could have been double that quite comfortably. Slovakia, 1 word, awful. England 4, Slovakia 0.